If you are able, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I certainly can. Trustee Benjamin.
Here.
Trustee Gelfand. Here. Trustee Khan.
Here.
Trustee Thomas.
Here.
Supervisor Khan Agnesanti.
Present.
Thank you. We have our assessor present. We have our township director present. We have our social media, everybody present. And we have our attorney present. We even have audience members. The meeting is yours, ma'am.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the December 8th board meeting?
Trustee Benjamin moves the motion, or makes the motion. Trustee Khan, seconded.
Trustee Khan seconds. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none.
Trustee Benjamin.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Gelfand.
Aye.
Trustee Thomason.
Aye.
Supervisor Khan Agnesanti.
All right, I would like to take a moment to publicly congratulate our clerk for becoming the grandfather of Cassidy June.
June Cassidy.
Congratulations, Mr. Clerk.
Cassidy for the record.
Thank you. I did all that work 27 years.
Now the payoff comes.
Very proud. Thank you so much.
This will feel like a little bit of a theme here, but we have a lot of uncertainty coming from the federal level around funding and policy changes to our social service safety net. In moments like this, support at the local level through Niles Township government becomes more critical than ever. We are the reliable, steady helping hand for our neighbors that the people can count on when larger systems shift or fall short. When our neighbors are stable, then our neighborhoods are stable. And that stability strengthens the fabric of our entire community, keeping families housed, fed, supported, and safer. It's the everyday work, unglamorous but essential, that makes the difference. I am deeply proud of everything that we accomplished in 2025, and all of you will have this quick fact sheet in front of you. And we'll get one for you, Connie. That just goes through some of those numbers so that you have them at your fingertips when you're talking about what we've done over the past year. We've strengthened partnerships. We've expanded services. We showed what a committed community can do when it steps up for one another. We're also finding new creative ways to meet the needs of our residents, such as we will be launching a citizen filing workshop with the Indo-American Center to support green card holders that are navigating the citizenship process. An IAC representative has already been tabling in our food pantry lobby to help residents with immigration issues, and this connection was made through Senator Villavalum's office, so we're really grateful to him. We don't have workshop dates yet, but we will have those soon to share out. Right now, with a lot of uncertainty around funding that is linked to citizenship status, we want to help our green card holders. This is specifically for just green card holders, but we want to help make that process as easy as possible so that people do not lose benefits. As we look toward 2026, we're ready to build on our progress, adapt to whatever comes our way, and continue helping residents face challenges that none of us can yet predict. We will stay laser focused on our mission as a social service agency, strengthening housing stability, expanding food security, and ensuring that every neighbor has a safe place to live and enough to eat. Let's move on to reports from our elected officials, starting with Assessor Scott Bagnell.
A couple of months ago, we started taking in 2025 appeals. In October, I think it was. We started early knowing that there were come eventually anyway. We didn't want to get too far ahead of and that went on for a couple of months. Right in the middle of that is when the county decided to release the bad tax bills. So then we had the tax bill problem superimposed on the appeal problem. And I thought we'd get a couple of months of leeway here. We're going right into appeals with Board of Review now, and Board of Review will probably finish up right about when it comes time to do exemptions, which of course we're all missing from the $40,000 tax rules that they sent out. So that's a problem. And no one seems to be able to put their finger on what, or at least tell the truth about what the problem is with the taxes. But sometimes you get someone who wants to be a taxing official, and they don't really get it. You gotta have consistency. Doesn't matter right or wrong. You gotta have consistency, and you gotta have relativity. Right? One person has to be relative to another. You gotta treat everyone the same. You can't have one set of rules for this house. House that was just bought for $400,000, and the other was $200,000. And there's a short word that we have for that. It's kind of called uniformity. Once you lose that, you lose the face of the people. That's where we're at now. Just these things are all over the place. There's most of what we hear about what's going on is BS to cover because no one knows any better. Who can go take the time of the computer apart and figure out what's really going on? But if you look at the big picture, you can say that was set up that way. Where should it be? It's not a computer fault. It's the computer is at bad times. The markets downtown, the loop, real estate in general, and interest rates affect us one way or the other. So everyone's a little bit confused right now because we have a increasing stock market, but a increasing unemployment at the same time. The two don't usually go hand in hand together, so they're brushing it off with this call an anomaly. Apparently GDP is up. And one commentator says that, well, maybe what you have is fewer people doing more work. So I'm thinking, robots are coming in. We don't even know if you're,
It's that K-shaped recovery, right?
And then other big picture things, Evanston is, because of the delay in the tax, so Evanston's $25 million short. You can see that it's a tough time. The county sent millions, I'm not sure how many millions, to District 65, which was in trouble to begin with. And downtown, the office vacancy is at 28%, which is really, really high. And it just keeps edging up. Last time we looked, I think it was 27%, but it's going in the wrong direction. And I don't know if you remember, 20 years ago, Boeing came into the city of Chicago and had a big deal. Boeing was bringing, their business or whatever. They bought right on the river there, they bought a pretty nice high rise, 30-some stories or whatever. They paid $165 million for it, spent a lot of money rehab. It's sold the other day for $22 million, which is a whole lot less than $165 million, and it's only 52% leased. You can see there's kind of a conflict out there, where things sound like they're good, but then when you look at it, things are not going that good. We talked about home interest rates at 6% now. Right now, when I look back to the 2%, the 6% sounds like crazy. When I look back to the 18%, the 6% sounds like the best deal in the world. So maybe we'll open up the market a little bit more. Not necessarily something we need, but it's out there. They're saying it's 6%. That's all the good news.
Are you going to be here next time?
You're only folks. Thank you. All right, Kirk Collins.
Oh, that's me. In keeping with long-standing, and I was going to switch this, but then I was outvoted by a lot of people because people love the clerk's dinner. People love it. So we are once again having the clerk's dinner at Elwood. And the date will be February 5th, 6 and 9. February 5th, 6 and 9. And rate all of that out now. And it should be a really good, different, try to get some audience participation.
Okay. Just make sure you order beef ribs for lunch. For everyone. For everyone. Yeah.
And there it is.
Never seen him.
That's because he's getting his way. And he's got backup. So, yes, hopefully we'll see you all there. We always represent, and it'll be a good time. And that's all I have to really report today. That's not part of this, but I'm saying it anyway.
Trustee Khan?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, I attended the village board meeting and accepted the proclamation award on behalf of Niles Township. Prepared several hundred of oral hygiene kits for the underprivileged community and distributed. Also drop off some of them the food pantry for the distribution. And we are still working on for another 5,000 packages that can be distributed and can be delivered and distributed under the food pantry. Attended the interfaith meeting on December 19th and represented Niles Township. Also, the last item that I have reached out to the local businesses last week regarding the food pantry sponsorship and waiting for the responses. Those businesses including Pitine, Afghan Kebab, Ryan Grocery Store.
Oh,
Hopefully, I'll get some positive response and sign some sponsorship for us. And that concludes my report, Your Honor.
thank you. Okay. Trustee Benjamin?
I coordinated with a Little Elves of Love to provide gift cards for eligible recipients. Our original gift card supply was exhausted, and this helped to ensure continued support for qualifying families. Just a little shout out to Little Elves of Love is a nonprofit organization dedicated to donating new unopened toys to children and families in need. The organization partners with Shriners Children's Hospital to deliver toys directly to children who will be spending their holidays in the hospital, helping bring comfort, joy, and a sense of normalcy during a challenging time. I'm also currently collaborating with DENGIO's and the administrative team to secure donation day benefiting the food pantry, where a percentage of the proceeds will be dedicated back to the pantry. Once confirmed, we'll have the donation day promoted in our e-newsletter and then across our social media platforms. So we'll be working closely on that. I've been working with volunteers who are currently revitalizing the community garden, and I'm actively pursuing donation commitments from local nurseries and major garden retailers to support the garden revamp initiative. And lastly, I will be accepting a recognition award on behalf of the board honoring the collective work we do to serve our neighbors in need. The recognition will take place during the Eastern Heritage Celebration hosted by the Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, highlighting the contributions and impacts to the steering community. This will take place on Friday, January 23rd from 4 to 6 p.m. That's my report.
Thank you. That's a lot. Trustee Galpin?
Very quick report here. Last month, December 16th, attended the Joint Review Board for the Great Village of Morton Grove, and had a pleasant surprise that the public commenter, member of the public, I should say, was none other than Richard Creer, who seemed to be delighted to see that Niles Township was attending. And if I may concur with the Honorable Trustee of Morton Grove, it looked like everything is running very well with these TIFs. There is one on the, I don't remember all the details of it. There is one that is on the drawing board for public hearing later this month.
Yes, last Tuesday of the month.
Last Tuesday of the month. So there,
That's your
Yeah.
corridor.
Yes, that
Yeah.
will help us
thank
get
you.
our new village hall and police station.
Mm-hmm. So, much like the Village of Niles, which I attended, I think it was in November, these communities they're fortunate. You know, they've got some great insights as to their futures and for development, etc., which is all good because it raises the EAV, the equalized assessed value of things eventually, meaning that if business is doing well, everyone does well. That said, the next Food Pantry Foundation meeting will be on the 27th, which is a Tuesday. Tuesday evening at about, I think we're doing that at 7, Madam Director. 6? 6? Okay, 6 p.m. it is. All right, so I'll see all those foundation members who wish to attend by mandate on the 27th. And that is, and aside from that, of course, I attend all of the school meetings. Nothing of great concern last month. Of course, we did our proclamation, and I'm going to figure out some other ways to appeal to the good people of Lincolnwood to step it up on food pantry donations. And that is the report.
Okay, thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Trustee Tallis.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. On December 17th, I attended the District 69 Community Schools Work Group. It was the very first one they had since the beginning of the school year. So, yeah, right. And so the since going on the same vein, since the federal budget cuts deprived them of about 50% of their total funding, they are still able to provide 80% of their services, but not at 100% level. So some services just fell out altogether, which is really a shame. But for the remainder of this school year, 2026, the focus is still going to be on absenteeism and working with the parents of the kids that are chronically absent to be able to, to make sure that they get to school. They did implement the walking school bus. So there's, part of the problem was getting to school. And so parents walking with the kids to school, gathering at a particular location, like you're in District 69, but you're so far east. And that's a long walk to Madison or Edison, especially. Very long walk. So anyway, the December 18th, I attended the Skokie Health Equity Network Steering Committee meeting to set a date for and the agenda for the March 11th Health Symposium. The focus is going to be vaccine awareness because we know what's going on around here. It's not good, let me tell you. So we're going to be working with pulling together our FQHCs, the schools, other community-based organizations, and our providers here, including Advocate and Endeavor Health, to work together to have as much information about how important vaccines are to the community. We don't know, we don't know if we can change anybody's mind about it, but that's something that we can definitely, work on as a group. The December 22nd, I attended the Access to Behavioral Health quarterly meeting. That's part of the Skokie Health Equity Network. To wrap up, believe it or not, the final choices for the behavioral health crisis, right? They threw some more people in to look at them. It's like, no, don't ask anybody else to look. So finally, they have narrowed it down to 2, and we'll probably do 2 actually. And these posters that will go in a lot of public places will be printed and ready to go in the next 6 weeks and distributed out.
And we'll share those with our public affairs.
Please, thank you. Yeah, we can put them in all our locations too, especially the residence center. And everywhere, right?
We don't need a little mental health,
don't we? Yeah. So on also, we just got our date for the voter registration event at Niles West High School, and Clerk Collins and I will be manning and womaning a table on February the 18th. And starting the first lunch period, which is like 10:37, and then the lunch goes all the way almost to 2 o'clock because they don't want all the kids in the cafeteria at the same time. Yeah. So that's at Niles West on February 18th. And that's my report.
Let's move on to staff reports, starting with our township administrator, Jennifer Steiner.
Thanks. Pretty brief. We successfully completed our annual audit conducted by our workman's comp insurance company. That went well. Bonnie, I have begun our annual staff reviews with each employee. They'll continue for the rest of the week. This process is essential for reflection and setting goals for this year, and just to make sure we're all aligned. We also will be having an all-staff meeting at the end of this month just to review and refresh, understanding our handbook policies, benefits, protocols, just to make sure, this organization. If you haven't done so, Tony's report is a little longer, but it highlights some.
Go ahead.
Oh, it just highlights some end of the year numbers, charts, data, and highlighting the holiday distribution. And that's about it.
Since you brought up the report, there was one thing, a couple things I wanted to highlight on this report that are, I think, they explain a little bit of what's been going on. So you might notice that underneath the order right here, our year to date was almost $185,000. Last year, we pulled up last year to look, it was $15,000. So we've gone from spending $15,000 to $185,000. We met with Tony today, so he's going to write up a more complete narrative of why that change has happened. But we already know some of that story, which is that we're just getting less from the USDA. We're getting less from Greater Chicago Food Depository, and we are picking up the slack by spending. And we get halal meat. We're trying to really meet the needs of our community by reflecting what people actually eat, and it's expensive. So that's a really big expense. The other thing that I thought was very interesting, I want to see so much more of these demographics pulled, but if you look at that, the largest group, and I was surprised by this actually, the largest group of individuals that we are serving right now are the ages of 0 to 17. So that is 37% of that pie chart is 0 to kids. That used to not be true. Last year, we would say 25% were children under the age of 18, but now 37%. And if the changes that are poised to happen at the federal level do happen to the SNAP program, you can expect that to dramatically rise in the next year. As to be illustrative of that, we have a family that just wrote a check for to help them from our D219 funds, which thank you for the D219 funds. But we're paying rent forward for a family of 10. Wow. 10 children, an Afghani family. One of the children is severely disabled. They needed a little bit of help. Right now, they are receiving $1,800 a month in SNAP benefits. In February, they may lose all of those benefits because they're white card holders. They're not green card holders. Oh, no. So imagine what that is going to do to the finances of a family that's already living on the edges financially. And they get TANF. So they may lose all of their TANF as well. So typically in the past, we have been able to say, hey, let's use these flexible funds from our governmental agreements, which are really fantastic. And with the added supports of our community partners, our federal partners, and our state partners, truly being able to help somebody get whole, get on their feet, become a more productive member of society, help find jobs, just really dig in. We'll have to see what happens as we move forward and we lose some of these additional supports. But I can tell you one thing, it does not make our community that we live in any safer, or more connected, or healthier when people are going without food. So that's my little diatribe about that.
Let me explain the information here. Well, you said 37% 0 to 17.
Yes.
Take the 65 and another 18%.
So that's right.
So 56% of the people getting the free food, the handouts, all the things that we hear, all the criticisms are 56% degree of
Right. Very well put.
the 0 to
Most
17s,
vulnerable-
they're not going to go out and get a job. 65 and above are not going to get a job. Many of the people in between are handicapped and have other issues going on. So when it's, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but when I hear these wonderful criticisms about the, food pantries and handouts, get a job and all that, honestly, folks, it's just take a look at it. Not gonna, some of the people in that line, they ain't gonna get a job.
Or they should be.
Yeah, well, but they're not.
The most
They're not.
vulnerable people in our
They're,
community.
they're,
We should
yeah,
be supporting
and that's,
helping.
yeah.
Right. And with our children and babies.
And as I know, my dear friend Clerk Collins has said he's seen people go from being contributors to needing the food pantry and going back to being contributors.
That's right.
So it's not a permanent,
Right.
it's not necessarily a permanent stop.
That's right.
It's, some people treat it just as a loan. I need to get through this. When I get employed again, I won't need it. And that's what we're here for. Anyway, thank you.
Question.
Yes.
Do we work with our meat suppliers to try and secure like a discount on just because we're buying so much
Right.
more at this point?
It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
It's a whole
we work
thing.
with
Okay, well, we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And
Tony's
just
Yeah.
clarify, even though it's halal, of course, any plant may take the chicken.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, in fact, we used to purchase halal meat and additional meat, and we have found that that's just inefficient.
Yeah.
So all the meat we purchase is halal now. So there's just no question. People do have to request it.
Yeah.
And then anyone who requests it can take it. It's a good clarifying question, though. Okay. The only other thing I kind of wanted to add to your report.
I missed it.
Which one? Yeah.
I know.
I
I
can't
can't
remember.
remember. Okay.
She's always reading each other's minutes based on.
I forgot to mention one last thing. Mid-December, we did unfortunately have a small bed bug issue at the respite center. Our lovely volunteer nurse, Sue, who's new with us, and so wonderful. She was the one that found them. She assisted us with her knowledge of, next steps, and we called Orkin right away. We got everybody out. We only had closed for 2 days, and everything was remedied, and we were able to host the little holiday scheduled party.
Yeah. It was
Right.
really efficient. I was amazed at how quickly people were able to act. Of course, we never want to close the respite center. That's terrible. But we had to.
Right.
And there
And
is a
shorter-
policy change at the respite center for the you want to talk about
Oh, the last day, similar to what we did with the food pantry last year with the fun, we clean and restock. So at the respite center, they're going to close the last day of every month, do a nice deep clean, restock with whatever they need, kind of just like reset for the next month.
Can I ask a quick question? The clothing closet upstairs, was it contaminated also? No?
No.
Oh,
It's so separate from us.
yeah. It's downstairs. Yeah, it's down a staircase or
And
they're up
the
a
nurse
staircase.
says like they're attracted to blood and like there's not like a lot of
Oh.
like humans like there,
Right.
and then
I thought this.
everything is
Yeah, I
kind
was
of like
thinking
in
maybe they came
bag.
from some of the, the clothes.
So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
super. It's so separate.
Separated.
And they kind of die off. They don't get their blood source. So if you did
I
like
feel like
bag up
6 months.
Year and a half.
those clothes,
It's
It's a long time.
those clothes are up for a while.
Okay.
In those bags.
And those things.
Yeah, but it was a thought, but not a concern.
It's all good.
Yeah. And we'll be checking. Organ comes back.
Yes.
So Rotary was not able to have the coat donations cleaned this year because Kenny the cleaners
Right.
had his fire at his dumpster location. So we were very concerned about that ourselves. Very concerned.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bugs and lice.
But you're pretty sure it didn't come from any
Coats.
of any of the
I don't Yeah, we're not really sure.
We don't.
It's, you
Yeah.
know what, they're everywhere.
But,
So,
but kind of to get more information about like what that relationship looks like, we don't have a very porous relationship with the Niles Township Clothing Closet.
Okay.
It has to, if somebody requests clothing, it's a multi-step process before they get it.
that's
And then the people who are at the clothing closet are shopping for our clients. So there's lots of,
And we clean everything before we, like, does it go through a wash?
yes,
before we-
everything
okay.
that gets handed out from the clothing closet, which we don't run, even though it's called Niles Township Clothing Closet, is washed and cleaned before.
Because I hear that they can't. So at my old employer, we had this issue. We had a ton of consultants.
Yeah.
And so it happens everywhere, right? But they don't survive the dryer. So that, yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So that's, yeah, exactly. It's the heat that kills them off in the dryer. So that.
Okay. Moving on. Ross, I'm gonna actually skip you for a second and come back to you. And we have our wonderful public affairs coordinator, director, Chris Gatorna here, who has who did create a really great report. So it's in here. You guys want to look at it while he's talking to us.
Yeah, been doing a lot to just kind of update everything with the new branding. We're doing a lot more lobby graphics to promote upcoming soup group. We did it for our holiday gift card drive. Trying to working to integrate between needs of the food pantry, which is kind of a new thing that we're starting to do on social media every week on Mondays. Is I check in with Tony, see what are kind of like the major needs for the week, and we post that. We've been getting a lot of really great feedback on that. A lot of people love to take it and share it and post it around. It's really helpful. We're just trying to do things in rotation so it doesn't seem repetitive or stale. We're working on a script and checklist for the food pantry, a promotional and informational video that will have different methods to it where we could have one that's maybe a minute and a half long for presentations or speeches that we're doing at different places, but then it can also be cut up into 15 or 30-second long clips to share on social media, just to kind of get as many uses out of it as possible. Working on updating the Niles Township website, updating the newsflash section, going through the pages, seeing what information might be missing or what might be 6 pages deep that we could bring a little bit further up in the line to help people find things quicker. The latest thing we updated was a lot of the food pantry information, donation hours, what can and can't be donated, and volunteer information. Kind of like people reaching out on social media asking how they can sign up to volunteer rather than sending them to Tony constantly and having to field those calls and emails. We've got the sign up links now on the website. Working on updating business cards with our new branding, working on tablecloths for upcoming spring and summer events with all the new branding on it. I'm also working on a new food pantry brochure. Just last week, I attended a Skokie Chamber of Commerce networking event to speak on behalf of the Niles Township Food Pantry and a lot of our initiatives, especially our push to get monthly donors and just upcoming soup group events. It seemed like a lot of people were interested in what we have going on here in different ways that they can help, which is great. We usually see a big drop off after the holidays, but people are still interested in helping as much as possible. Pass out a lot of brochures there for people to take to their businesses and put over there. And then we've got another networking event tomorrow where we'll be passing out 4 brochures. Actually, the keys to the food van, so we'll have that over there too for cool photo ops and stuff. Just reaching out to more and more chambers because they're looking for different events and different people to come in and kind of speak. So to more where we can get out there. Social media continues to grow, which is great. We saw a huge boost during December. Seeing that continue in January, which is great. We've expanded into threads now as well. A lot of people are following on there just for local event updates, dates to remember. Pretty much. Yeah, the main goal right now is for 1,000 donors.
What was that again?
The main goal this year is to push for 1,000 donors, $20 a month. So we've got new flyer, then QR codes that'll be at the event tomorrow, and I'm going to start.
Which is Coffee for a Cause.
Yeah, Coffee for a Cause over at Sketchbook. So
Come by, get a coffee.
we'll have the information there, and then I'm going to also share that new flyer with a lot of the businesses that have been helping us kind of spread the word. And we've got soup group on Wednesday with the Skokie Swifters, and we've got another soup group on the 28th with the District 219 Muslim Student Alliance or Association.
Yeah.
This Wednesday, the 14th, is the Skokie Swifters. January 28th is the
Muslim
Muslim
student
Student Alliance. Yeah. And then February 25th, we'll have Lissa Levy. We'll be back to once a month.
And also, I should add in that I'm totally blanking on their name. Something I should have pronounced yet, but you can help me. The church, it's Morton Grove Community Church. So Morton Grove Community Church, that right now is without a building, so they're actually in Skokie in the little log cabin, which is part of a
Central Methodist.
Yes, just part of some, which is really cute.
Yeah.
I've never been in there. It's
So
really nice.
neat.
They've chosen the Niles Township Food Pantry Foundation as their beneficiary for the year. And so we're going to go talk to them at the last Sunday of this month.
The 25th. Yeah.
The 25th, thank you. And they're going to donate $10,000 to the Food Pantry Foundation.
Nice.
So it's we're really good. Yes, still. All right. Great. And then that brings us to our legal counsel.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. We have one matter for the end of the meeting, and we can go if we discuss now, or discuss more detail then. But as an update to the board, make the interest. It was new one piece of legislation that the board should be aware, and the clerk's office should be aware. The public act on the work at home work for updates to the open meeting act. There are a bunch of different changes, but of interest, especially to this township, should be they changed section 4 of the FOIA, which had posting requirements of the block diagram and other and other things, other like key documents of the government. And it was always confusing as to what that posting was required, and especially if you were like a municipality where coming with multiple offices, which place did you have to post it? Because it's physically posted on the wall or something. Well, now if you have a website that's posted online, that's sufficient.
Okay, great.
Also, FOIA submissions, if someone emails a FOIA in, that it requires that clicking on a hyperlink, you don't have to do it. It's a cybersecurity help, which makes sense. There's also a thing that the township or any public body can implement that requires proof that the requester is a human.
Blood sample.
If you suspect that it's a bot or something like that, you'll respond and say, please call the township to verify that you're a person.
Do we need to pass anything in order to?
We might want to look at, we have the FOIA policy for
Okay.
the procedures. We may want to add something to it that says if anyone has any suspicion, any suspicion of that like this is what we do.
Okay.
Something to consider. Also, junk mail is not considered a public record.
Oh.
And there's a definition of junk mail. Solicitation. Also, TOI cannot provide the automated training.
Can now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. IML municipalities was able to, under the law, and not
Excellent. Excellent.
So that's pretty good. We can't have any meetings on election. But otherwise, those are like the main, there are a few other things, but those were any about important stuff I have answered. Any questions if you have? I'll step again.
Thank you. All right. At this time, I would like to invite a motion to approve our vouchers as listed on the agenda.
Motion?
Trustee Todd moves to make a motion.
Make a motion to approve the distribution of funds from December 8, 2025 to January 8, 2026 as presented. The total town fund $295,775.02. The general assistance fund $57,591.80. Total all funds $353,366.82.
Is there a second?
Go for a second.
Any discussion? Hearing none.
Trustee Khan,
Aye.
Trustee Gelfand, Trustee Tolleson,
Aye.
Trustee Benjamin, Supervisor Conrad Maslanti.
Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Joe.
Here's this one.
We do not have unfinished business. Ross, should we be putting this, our minutes under new business?
Oh, well, it can be where it is.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. This time, in here, citizen questions.
Thank you, Trustee Galpin, for mentioning our positive performing tips. Actually, a couple of things with that. We're having our dentistry quarter coming up, our planning committee coming up on the 22nd, I want to say. But we're hoping to get kind of their presentation of what they got from all of the residents' feedback. So we're looking forward to that. And as well as the 27th is our board meeting where we will be talking about the TIF that we want to bring about the dentistry corridor TIF that will hopefully make way for our new police and village hall. A couple other things we have going on. Our new metro station just opened. So that's a great thing. It's very modern. Evidently, I have not been inside yet. And then
It's very beautiful, by the way.
it is. Well, it was made after Libertyville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
and
it's really nice.
it supposedly announces things and that you can charge your iPhone or your phone in there. Things that we didn't have in the really old station. And then lastly, I wanted to mention about we got a grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, the tree grant, and so we'll be planting another 225 trees this year. And so we've been a Tree City USA since 2000. So we have 11,000 publicly maintained trees in Morton Grove. So
Is Morton Grove considered a green village then under that S?
I don't know if
For
those
the
are
trees?
two of the same.
Okay, those are two separate
Yes.
things. So there's something where it's like you count how many trees.
Yeah.
Designation for that, but
They might be two separate
they might be
things.
two
Like,
separate things.
yeah. So thanks.
Good
for
stuff.
having me again.
Good stuff. Absolutely. All right. So, do you want to
Sure.
talk a little bit about this?
There's the option of those closed sessions if we plan to do some of the closed session minutes. You all have to review them. In November. And approve many of them and leave it. So, well, it's up to you. We've made recommendations regarding whether or not confidential or part. And those recommendations are reflected on the resolution that we'll look at as well. Because you've all reviewed them, those determinations. You're welcome. obviously, whatever you want, you can go into closed session to further discuss any of these minutes or whatever to keep them confidential or not. So you don't.
We don't have to
Follow his
Yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah, my
I mean,
recommend.
Yes, ma'am. We can follow the recommendation from the Corporation Council.
I agree. That would be my recommendation as well. All eyes on that.
I
Okay, then I'm going to invite a motion to approve Resolution 2026-01, review of closed session minutes pursuant to Section 2.06 of the Illinois Open Meetings Act for the period ending November 18th, 2025.
seconded.
Actually, so you make
Oh,
the motion.
oh.
I'm just inviting the motion, but I read it. So moved by Trustee Khan. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Second by Trustee Tolleson. Any discussion?
Roll call. Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Gelfand. Trustee Benjamin. Supervisor Khan.
Hi, thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
May I make another comment before we?
Yes.
By implementing the halal food throughout all meat to be halal and distributed to the pantry, you make pretty big impact on the community. And everyone will speak very high about your leadership and how you handle the situation in the conflict place.
Well,
I
we
wanna
all
thank
do
you.
that.
Yes, absolutely. It's a teamwork, but under your leadership, credit goes to Honorable Ms. Banika.
Thank you.
With a big hand for that.
I do need all of these back. So
Right.
pass these to me, and then we'll have a motion. Trustee Dolphin moves to adjourn. All ayes.
Are we in